Hello, everyone. So I hope most of you have settled in. As we mentioned earlier, our class, and I will probably be saying this a few times today, so everyone kind of gets familiar with the new time. We will start at 8:30 going forward for our classes, 8:30 p.m. instead of our regular 8:45. And this way we'll be able to end a bit early. We'll end at 9:45. And if you feel like staying a bit longer, you can, but we will have our content and most of our sharing wrapped up by then for the whatever pertains to the theme, and then we can share afterwards if anything. So for today, the theme is the second chakra, and that's why I have this image up here, because it has 6 petals, this flower on the screen, and our second chakra, and that is the Swadhisthana chakra, also has 6 plexuses. So perhaps it looks like this little flower inside us with its 6 petals. And today we'll be doing, learning more about the Swadhisthana, the elements that can help us to clear our overthinking and our right side activity. And as most of you are already familiar with the foot soak, most of you might be even already doing it. We'll revisit that to see how that can help us with our Swadhisthana. And we'll also be listening to a very nice excerpt from Sri Mataji, who is the founder of Sahaja Yoga, as we know. And so we can begin our today's class. So feel free to have your hands open on your lap. If you're foot soaking, you can continue to follow along and also clear yourself. I hope everyone gets a chance to visit the blog. There's a lot of new articles that come up, and a lot of them have been testimonials recently, and we'll share a few articles pertaining to the class, the theme today, and also some other things by the end of the session. So stay tuned for that. So today's theme is the Swadhisthana chakra, and Swadhisthana has a very important role to play in today's day-to-day life, because we are in a society where we have to fulfill a lot of our roles that, you know, demand us to overthink and always plan for the future, and all of that has a lot of impact on our second chakra, which is the Swadhisthana chakra. So regardless of wherever our life has taken us so far, whether it be to the office like this guy over here who's shown, we can all find that balance within us through Sahaja Yoga, through meditation within us. So overthinking and overworking, all of this takes us out of balance. And with Sahaja Yoga, with meditation, we can find that balance within us no matter what type of lifestyle we have been living. We can find that balance within, and also we'll know our limits as well, how far to go with something, where to stop, and where to realize something is not good for our system, because Sahaja Yoga enables us to feel the state within us. And even with overthinking and overactivity, we will be able to feel the impact of that directly on our subtle system, which is this spiritual system, which is this system that lives within us. We will be able to feel what is out of balance, what are the impacts of overworking and overthinking. All of that takes a toll on our physical being, which also impacts our mental and spiritual being. So today we'll get to see how just thinking more about the future, always being on the mental side where we're thinking too much, impacts the Swadhisthana, which is the second chakra. So what is meditation? And we know that it's a state of mental silence where we're not thinking. And that is the main characteristic, is that the thoughts are not a part of us. And it's a state of thoughtless awareness where we are aware of what is around us, what is within us, but we are not thinking about it. All of these thoughts, if we really witness them, you'll see that they're either coming from past or the future. In a state of mental silence, when we are in the present moment, we truly are not thinking, but we may get some ideas or inspiration from the universe around us, from the cosmic unconscious, but we are not generating those thoughts, planning for the future or thinking about the past. So we are not our mind is not reflecting any of those anymore. We become a witness, and we enter the state of thoughtless awareness. So when we are thinking too much, we lose that mental silence. There are too many ripples in the lake. And when there are too many ripples, we cannot see our reflection in the lake. So the goal is to achieve that state of stillness within, and having a nice, happy Swadhisthana allows us to reach that state of mental silence. So we have the right side and the left side, as most of us know. And you can see that the Swadhisthana, the second chakra here, which is placed above the Kundalini energy, which is the energy within us, it's placed above it. And that's where the right side starts from, the action, thinking, and the futuristic thoughts all connect to the Swadhisthana chakra. So the channel that connects to the Swadhisthana is known as the Pingala Nadi. It is the sun channel, and it has the qualities of allowing us to think of our physical and mental activity. And when the Swadhisthana is working fine, this channel also remains in balance. But if the Swadhisthana is overactive and has to work really hard, then this entire channel can be disrupted. And this channel, sorry, one second. This Swadhisthana, around it, it has to do a lot of work for the organs around it. It has to take care of the liver. It has to take care of the organs around it. But if we are spending way too much energy thinking about the future, the Swadhisthana, the other role it has is to supply the energy for the brain to work as well. But if you're overworking the Swadhisthana by thinking too much about the future, it is spending all of its time and energy in caring and supplying the energy for the brain, which means that it is neglecting its function, its other functions it has. So we really need to break that cycle of thinking too much so that the Swadhisthana can take care of what it needs to as well. And when the Swadhisthana gets overactive, there is a tendency of the balloons of the ego to also get bigger in our heads. So you can see that the ego balloon, which is the yellow balloon, connects directly to the Swadhisthana. And if we are overactivating the Swadhisthana, we get that tendency to think that we are doing everything, that I am doing something, and I am, so we get in that state of I-ness a lot, because we feel very responsible for all the mental activity we've taken on, and that leads to our Agnya chakra, which is the sixth chakra, being blocked by this balloon of ego. So there is a connection between the Swadhisthana chakra and the Agnya chakra as well. And there's an article that we'll share after where we can read more about that connection. So it's amazing that in our subtle system, it's not just an isolated thing. There are relationships between the chakras as well. So sometimes if your Swadhisthana is overworked, you will feel the Agnya block as well. So we want to pop these balloons. Well, we can't pop them, but we can, of course, balance our Swadhisthana and balance ourself. And of course, with surrender and with just knowing what our limits are, and knowing that we are not the doers, we are not responsible, these balloons of ego and superego go down within us, in our heads. And what that allows is, it allows that Kundalini energy to fully rise to the Sahasrara, because going back here, our energy Kundalini is here. If this Agnya chakra, which is like a gate, if the ego and superego are reduced, the energy can just zip through it into the Sahasrara. And so when we achieve that balance within there's less obstructions for this energy, and that is when it pierces through the limbic area. More strands of it can pierce. Imagine a block here. The more the block is, the lesser the flow of the water. But when the block gets removed, then it gushes. And then we achieve that state of mental silence that we were talking about when we are in the Sahasrara, and our thoughts don't impede us so much. So you can see here, some things are described here. What are the aspects of the Swadhisthana? Most of you will be probably acquainted with this already. The fact that we are made of different elements, and we will wrap this up a bit fast so we can get to Srimataji talking about all the elements within us. And Swadhisthana is made of fire. And if someone wants to tell me what the Muladhara is made of, just because we spent some time on it before, you can let me know in the chat. But Swadhisthana and Nabhi chakra is made of the water element. So that's why when the Swadhisthana gets overheated, it also throws the Nabhi chakra out of balance as well. And that is why we use techniques like a foot soak to help us, this area, get back into a balance, because we're using the water element actually. And Philip got the right answer. Muladhara is earth element. Swadhisthana, when in balance, after self-realization, when we are in connection with this energy, it does allow us to become very creative with this connection intact. Because if we are without this connection, then our creativity is maybe stemming from a place of ego or too much, overthinking that is maybe not connected to the source. But when our Swadhisthana is in balance and we are connected to this energy, that source of inspiration and pure knowledge and creativity is connected to the cosmos. It's connected to the pure eternal truth that is within us as well. And that is the real source of divine or cosmic inspiration, which is absolutely balanced in nature. And that is when we are when we say that someone is a realized artist or musician, we can feel the vibrations. It's because they are connected to this energy, and we can feel that, okay, it's coming from a source of something beyond them, and whatever they produce also carries that vibration. So it's not just about how good maybe something sounds or how good something looks, but you can feel the vibrations of that. And when a person is balanced, when they're in connection with this energy, when their Swadhisthana is in union with this inner fountain of inspiration, then you can feel the vibrations from their artwork or their creativity as well. Oh, and that's me and my mom. I actually wasn't expecting this picture to come, but so this is us in Kana Johari, where we are foot soaking, and this is the perfect time area to foot soak, where we have like a large amount of water around us. And Kana Johari is in the US with very special vibrations. The land is very, very powerfully vibrated. So that's us foot soaking in nature. And I cannot believe this was a year ago already. But we will show you how to foot soak at home as well, so we can somewhat, not even close, but we'll somewhat replicate at least the benefits of foot soaking. So what we can do is, of course, also when our Swadhisthana is connected to the heart, our Swadhisthana is in balance, then we are more connected, and we're more connected to the heart. Otherwise, we are kind of disconnecting ourselves from the heart, because we're always so much on the mental side. So balancing Swadhisthana also allows us to, get in touch more with our heart as well, because we're connecting to the true source of inspiration within. So let us all get ready to take our bandhan. So we'll raise our Kundalini, take our bandhan together. And I think most of you know how to raise your energy already. For those who don't, just keep your hands open on your lap, palm facing upward. For those who know, we can all take our bandhan, so we can raise our energy for our Ida Nadi. Then we can do it for our Pingala Nadi, which is the right side. Now we raise it for our Sushumna Nadi, which is our center channel. Now we can do 7 bandhans to protect each chakra. So for the Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Nabhi, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Agnya, Sahasrara. And I think now I'll just invite anyone who wants to do a pass it on meditation. We can do that together. Keep it simple and also focused on the Swadhisthana, we can clear that together for today as well. So for this process, we keep our hands open and we'll allow our hands to direct the energy on different areas of our body, allowing that energy to be awakened with different affirmations that we'll say. So you can keep your left hand open on your lap. We can also close our eyes, keep our spine straight, take our attention inside. We witness our thoughts and we become aware of the fact that they're either coming from the past or the future. And then we can just watch them float away, not get involved in them. Anjali Auntie, are you in for the pass it on?
I think I will pass today.
Okay.
Thank you for checking.
No worries. So we'll just do a very simple one with Ivana Auntie. If you want to get started, and then maybe you can pass it back to me.
So let's take a deep breath in through the nose, attention inside. Actually tonight the vibrations are very light, which is wonderful. Arms really relaxed. Eyes closed, attention inside. You take another deep breath in. When we let go of the air, just feel that we let go of all pressures with it. We'll take the right hand, we'll place it on the heart, on the left side of our chest. And the right hand will press its fingers against the chest a bit. Left hand remains open, upwards. Through the left hand, we express our pure desire to communicate with the surrounding. With the right hand, we indicate our own Kundalini energy, the life force within us, where to come and help. So he will say an affirmation. We start opening a dialogue with our own motherly energy, Kundalini. We call her mother, or mother energy, or mother Kundalini. We will say, Mother Kundalini, please come into my heart and open my heart. Please remove any load that's blocking my heart. Please remove any negativity that tries to shrink my heart. to oppress my heart. We take a deep breath in. We can push our chest a bit forward. Of course, we are sitting maybe on a chair or on a sofa or directly on the floor. But let's feel that we can elongate the trunk of our body. Just give ourselves a boost of ascent. Feel that we want to ascend from within. Like a plant that wants to grow and develop and succeed. So this time we'll say with full heart, with joy, we'll say, Mother Kundalini, I am the pure spirit. I am not just the body. I am not just the mind. I am not just the feelings. I am wider and deeper than any layer of my being. I truly am the pure spirit. My essence is spiritual. My essence is completely free. With it, my heart is free. My heart is wide and open. I am the pure spirit. You can take a deep breath in, relax both hands in our lap, resting. With the palms upwards. And for a few seconds, let's have the attention along the spine, on both of our palms, as well on our heart. We drop any thought. And from our entire being, let's transmit the desire for openness, complete openness. You can say, Mother Kundalini, my pure desire is for self-realization, to realize the nature of my true self, of my true essence. And we can ask the universe without waiting for any response, kind of a rhetorical question from the heart, from our spirit. Will ask, what is my essence? And for a few seconds we'll wait in thoughtless awareness. I pass it on to Shivangana.
We can take our right hand and place it at the level of our left Swadhisthana, which is our lower abdomen on our left side. Here, Swadhisthana contains the knowledge, but here on the left side is where our pure knowledge and our pure desire for that knowledge resides. So here we can say, Mother Kundalini, Mother Energy, please give me that pure knowledge of who I am. With all the answers for who we are, what our essence is. It's all to be found within us. So here is where we can express our desire to have that pure knowledge be awakened within us. So with full heart, with our hearts open, we say, Mother Kundalini, please give me that pure knowledge. Here we can also acknowledge the fact that we are that pure knowledge as well. We are that pure knowledge that exists within us. That is our purest desire, is to know who we are. We can say with full desire, full heart, Mother Kundalini, please give me that pure knowledge. On the left side of desire, we express our desire to be one with this knowledge. To put our attention on the Swadhisthana and its right aspect, what we will do is we will switch up our hands. So we'll bring our right hand on our lap and we will actually take our left hand now and place it on the other side of our body at the same level of our lower abdomen on our right side, to bring our attention to our right Swadhisthana. And here we can say, as we were talking about the qualities of the right Swadhisthana before, to suit that we can say, Mother Kundalini, I am not the doer, as in we take too much I-ness and responsibility upon ourselves when we do something, when we think, and that makes our Swadhisthana really overwork. So we can surrender all of that by saying, Mother Kundalini, I am not the doer. Because if we are in full connection with this energy within us, we can say that we work through this connection, but we are not really doing anything, and that recognizing that allows us to let go of our ego and our I-ness. So here with full heart, we can just say, Mother Kundalini, I am not the doer. I am not the doer. You can also say, Mother Kundalini, please balance my right Swadhisthana and remove all of its overactivity from my being. Please balance my Swadhisthana, Mother Kundalini. Please remove all of my overactivity, all of my overthinking, and all the overexertion that I may be experiencing in my right Swadhisthana. So we can say, Mother Kundalini, please clear my right Swadhisthana. Please remove all of my overthinking about the future. Mother Kundalini, please bring into balance my right Swadhisthana. I surrender all of its activity to you. By surrender, it does not mean we stop doing things, but that we act out of this connection, not without it. We let this connection guide us and our actions. And then we know with our own discernment and vibrations how far we go with things. So that is the surrendering. So we can say, Mother Kundalini, I surrender all of my overactivity, all this activity to you. Mother Kundalini, I surrender all the overactivity of my right Swadhisthana to you. I am not the doer. We can say that, Mother Kundalini, I am not the doer. You are the doer. The Kundalini energy is the source of all, and we cannot know better than it what is good for us. So we can say, Mother Kundalini, I am not the doer. You are the doer, and you are the enjoyer. Mother Kundalini knows best what is good for our spirit and what is not. So we can say, Mother Kundalini, I am not the doer, I am not the enjoyer. Or we can say, Mother Kundalini, you are the doer and you are the enjoyer. We can shake our hands off, and let us now take our right hand and place it on our Agnya Chakra, which is our forehead. So we saw how Swadhisthana, when it gets overworked, it may impact our Agnya as well. So you can place our hand here. We can bow our head down almost and allow our forehead to rest on our right hand. And for this chakra, we can say, Mother Kundalini, I forgive. Mother Kundalini, please give me the power to forgive others and myself. And I let go and I forgive all of these thoughts. I forgive every single thought. I forgive the the thoughts that come from my ego, the thoughts that come from my conditioning, I forgive them all. Mother Kundalini, I surrender all these thoughts to you. Please clear my Agnya chakra. Mother Kundalini, I surrender all these thoughts and all that I hold on to. Please clear my Agnya chakra. Truly, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. I forgive all of these thoughts. I forgive. That's the biggest mantra for this chakra to open up, is just to say, I forgive. If any thought is coming, we say, I forgive. I forgive these thoughts. I forgive. And we keep going and keep forgiving. We don't have to dwell on the thoughts, but we can just forgive them. I forgive all these thoughts. I forgive my ego. I forgive my conditioning. I forgive completely. You can say, Mother Kundalini, please clear my Agnya chakra. We can humble down in our hearts. With true humility, we say, Mother Kundalini, please clear my Agnya chakra. We cannot clear it with our own action. We cannot clear it with our own applying more thoughts into the clearing the thoughts. So we can say, Mother Kundalini, I surrender all of these thoughts to you. Please clear my Agnya chakra and allow me to go beyond. I surrender all these overthinking, all of these thoughts, these conditionings, this ego. Mother Kundalini, I truly forgive it all. Mother Kundalini, I forgive. And now we can shake our hands off, just let go of all that we have accumulated. And now we will go to our 7th chakra, or Sahasrara. Stretch our right hand out and place the palm of our right hand on our Sahasrara. And we rotate this area of the fontanelle bone area with the palm of our right hand, making full contact. And we do this with full heart, rotating it in our heart, asking this energy to open up our Sahasrara, this portal to connect with the cosmos, the energy around us, for all of its beauty to flow through us so that we can have that inspiration, that divine inspiration within us, so that all the qualities of our chakras can be integrated. So it's not like one chakra is acting independently of the other. So here we say, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please give me my integration. Allow my being to be completely integrated and united. Please give me this yoga, this union with the energy around me, the all-pervading power, the energy around me. Allow it to flow through me. Please open up my Sahasrara, Mother Kundalini, and allow me to have the experience of this energy, this inner fountain within me. Please open up my Sahasrara so I may feel that union. Let me feel that integration within me. And with that, we can bring our hand down, allowing our attention to remain at the top of our head. And with any thought that may still be coming to us, we can say, I forgive. If any thought at all is coming, we watch it and we say, I forgive. And the thought does not intrude us anymore. So for the next little bit, we can do that. Watch our thoughts and say, I forgive, keeping our attention above our Sahasrara and continuing to let go of the thoughts and really seeing if we can get to that state of inner silence, of that thoughtless awareness within. Swadhisthana is the happy chakra when we are not thinking too much. So let us forgive these thoughts and truly surrender them, knowing that we are not doing anything. We don't do anything in the sense that our mental activity can only get us so far. And this connection within us, this motherly energy within us, it takes care of a lot, everything. And so we can just forgive and let go. And we can just say in our hearts, Mother Kundalini, please take me beyond these thoughts and allow my attention to be in the Sahasrara. And we can stay in this state of thoughtless awareness for the next few minutes.
And what are they made of? What is the subtle force which is behind those vibrations? We call it is Param Chaitanya, all right, Param Chaitanya. So, what happens to you when you get Param Chaitanya is something to be understood, the subtleties. As I said, we are made of 5 elements, all right? So when you get your awakening, when the Kundalini reaches Sahasrara and opens out your fontanelle bone area, you become one with the divine power, then this divine power itself starts flowing through. A connection is established. Now when it starts flowing through you, this Shakti, this starts flowing through, then what happens? The subtle part we should understand. The subtle part is like this, that these 5 elements we are made of, these vibrations gradually start breaking into the subtler form of which they are made. So the first thing such a person has is the breaks, you see, as it is said that Word is God. Said also in the Bible. The Word is God. Now what is this Word? Word is a silent, we can say, silent commandment. We can call it like that. But from that word comes, according to Indian philosophy, is another thing that we call as Bindu. Or we can say word becomes Nad, is a sound. And then it becomes the Bindu, means one small dot, you can say. And then from this dot, you see all these 5 elements start coming one after another. The first element that comes out is light. Tej, light, is the first element that comes out. So the essence of the first element is light. We call it Tej, Tejas. It's written, of course, in Sanskrit, but we should understand that how the light pervades Sahaja so much, and you see the light all everywhere. So the first element, which is light, and you can say in English, the light's subtle thing is, you can say, enlightenment, you can say. But enlightenment has another meaning. So we can say it's stage. For example, a person who gets realization has a face which is very radiant. So we can say the radiance. The radiance is the subtlety of the light. So this radiance starts showing on your face. Radiance starts expressing itself. And with that radiance, people get impressed. And they start thinking something special about this personality which has radiance. Now you have seen my photographs also, wherever they are. Many a times you find lots of light around. That is nothing but the light in me is giving radiance, because the light becomes subtler. When the light becomes subtler in me, light is one of the elements. When it becomes subtler, then it gives radiance. And so, this is the subtle growth within you that takes place. Your faces also start shining. They too have radiance, and they too have a kind of a different complexion, I would say. This radiance is to be understood is the subtle of the light, of which we are made light in the gross manner. Then after this, from the light, comes the second thing, which we call as Vayu in Sanskrit, meaning the air. So the air that we have, which is gross air, what is the subtle of air is this cool breeze that you get. The cool breeze is the subtle of that air. So the subtle of what you understand as cool breeze is what we call vibrations. The subtle of that is air, which is a part and parcel of our making. So this cool breeze is the second thing that you start getting subtler and subtler. When your growth takes place, all these subtle things start expressing themselves. It's not only that you get vibrations, but you get the cool breeze, and that is the subtle of air that has built you. Then comes the water. We are also made of water. What is the subtle of water is sometimes English language, becomes little short of expression, but they call it, which makes the skin, hard skin, soft. The skin becomes soft. This is another sign of a realized soul, that his there's some cream they use, isn't it, to soften the face. But is the water in us gives us very visible. This is the minimum of minimum, I would say. But then a person who is a realized soul becomes a very soft person, very delicate. When he talks to somebody, in his voice there is warmth, or I should say there is, जिस कहते हैं ना अपने आप पानी, हिंदी में कहते हैं पानी होना. To have that flow, watery flow and coolness of the water. So that is the another subtle thing that should be expressed in your behavior, on your skin, on your dealings with others, that you should be like the water which is mobile, which is cooling, which is soothing, which is cleansing. So this also becomes a part and parcel of your being once you become a realized soul. With this water you have also another thing, we call it as Agni, means the fire. So you also have fire, but it's a very silent fire. It doesn't burn anybody, but it burns all the wrong things within. Whatever wrong things you have, it burns, and it burns the wrong things in other people also. For example, a person comes with a great anger towards you. What happens that this anger becomes cooled down with the fire that is there. Moreover, a realized soul cannot get burnt. Fire cannot burn. The burning cannot come to him. It's very important to understand. Also, if you are doing something wrong, it may burn you. But if you are a good Sahaja, and I should say a perfect Sahaja, fire will never burn. We have an example of Sita ji that she went into the fire pit, nothing burnt. So this is what one has to understand, that once you get to the subtleties of the fire, so the fire and the water, both of them become sort of divine. For example, the water which you touch, water you drink, whatever you put your hand in the water becomes vibrated. Means what? The subtlety of the water comes in it. The coolness, curing power also comes in that water. So when it becomes subtler, all these powers start showing, which you can see for yourself. You don't have to experiment. Then the lastly is the Mother Earth. It's most important, is Mother Earth. There's a photograph you might see which was taken in Russia in my dacha, where the Kundalini is in the Mother Earth. Clearly. It's there. And it is the Mother Earth which shows. For example, I've seen flowers. If you keep them in my room, they blossom. They can become very big like that. Never people have seen such big flowers. Sometimes they say, I'm doing nothing, I'm just sitting down, and what happens to the flowers? You see, now there, this principle of the Mother Earth works. The subtle Mother Earth works. It's a mother. And that gives you all the nourishment and makes you grow healthy. And this is how this subtlety works of the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is the one who is a giver of birth to all these flowers and all these trees and all that. But it also plays a big part in us. It's not only the Mother Earth that exists without our connection. And we do not respect the Mother Earth. We have polluted it, we have done all kinds of things, we have removed the trees and we have made a mess out of her, but she is our mother. And so many subtle things of this Mother Earth come into us. One of them is gravity. A person becomes very attractive, not in the physical sense, but in the spiritual sense. Such a person attracts others. They feel attracted and they feel that something special is about this person. This is one of the quality of the Mother Earth. If she had not kept us attracted, we would have fallen off with her movement. And also other qualities of the Mother Earth also start manifesting within us, and we become very, I should say, extremely tolerant, patient person. Tolerant and patient. Extremely tolerant and patient. But if you are not tolerant, if you are hot-tempered and all that, that Mother Earth principle has not expressed itself. Look at the Mother Earth, how much she tolerates our nonsense, how many wrong things we do against her, but still she tolerates. Sri Ganesha's quality is to tolerate, to begin with. Up to a point he tolerates. In the same way, we too become extremely tolerant, patient and forgiving. This is the minimum of minimum that should happen to all the Sahajogis who have vibrations. Because I have told you all the things that are expressed in your vibrations. It's a thing to be understood that what you have become now is something very great. It's not happened to others. It's not happened to somebody who is not being a Sahajogi. You see the people who go to church or to mosques or to temple, see their faces. Look at them, how they do look like. They haven't got anything from the temple, they haven't got anything from the mosque, they haven't got anything from any one of these places where they go to worship. So that is artificial. That has become something, I should say, without any connection with the reality. Only after realization you are connected with reality and you can get the understanding of all these subtleties working through you. Why I am telling you this? Because I want you to know and recognize yourself, to understand what you are, what you have got. Once you recognize yourself and understand yourself, you can do a lot.
Hi everyone. So hope you enjoyed that talk. It is 9:45, so if you feel to drop off, that was what we had to share. After this, we can just open up the floor to share how we felt during the meditation. I know we also promised that we'll show what the foot soak will entail, but I am going to work on a video where from one of the past sessions we put up the video so you can refer to that. So we'll share that and we'll also have it in the next class or so. But if you have any questions regarding the foot soak, you can stay behind and we can chat about that. But other than that, please feel to share how you felt for today's class. And if you learned something new as well about the elements or the Swadhisthana, can share with us. We'll also share some links in the chat as well that deal with the talk. So you can find the talk on our website in the article that I'll share right now. And also other things about the 5 elements within.
Thank you, Shivangana. It was really amazing. And Ivana for that meditation. During the meditation, we had asked Mother Kundalini, what is my essence? So to that question, I think Sri Mataji totally answered it in this talk, talking about the 5 elements. And at the end, Sri Mataji says, why I'm telling you all this is just for you to know who you really are. So it was amazing. I felt everything just fell into place beautifully. And I really enjoyed the meditation. When we were placing our hand on the heart, it just helped me go deep within. And I loved the Swadhisthana meditations. I was able to attain a lot of thoughtless awareness. So thank you so much. Feeling very peaceful inside today after a tough day. So thank you.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so we just wanted to thank you for the meditation. It's very peaceful, and we feel vibrations. Shimangana, your voice is very, it's very engaging, and it's very pleasant, and we feel more vibrations as you speak. Thank you. As well as Ivana. Thank you for the beautiful meditation.
Hi. Hi,
Thank you
everybody.
so much.
Yeah.
Links.
Yeah.
Hello.
Because
Hello.
that's right. Yeah.
I already did.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything?
Yeah, and it's nice to hear that, you know, for those that don't know, it's nice also to say where are we from, and it's nice to hear Montreal voices. So that's so nice, Apurva, to hear you and Taruna. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you. You guys put in a lot of effort, time. Devotion is there, but at the same time, there's a lot of passion to teach people, to encourage people, to educate people. And the devotion is truly from the heart. So that's why we do feel it. It's not mechanical. It's very spiritual, and you guys are very deep seekers. So we appreciate the hard work in the morning. My mom is meditating with you and the rest of you, and then you guys given so much time. Even though you have your own life that's very busy, and you have your own work, and you still give everyone time. So thank you.
Thank you. That's just love that flows, and it's so nice when it comes in waves and from one shore to another. And that's not even my expression. I heard Shmataji saying that, and I so much loved it because we share the same ocean of love, and it's nice to feel the ripples from one to another. So that's very sweet. Thank you. That's very
Thank
sweet.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Have a good day.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Anyone else that would like to share? Anything? Also, if you have questions, and just so you know, tomorrow, so if you've missed it, we will meet at 8. So whenever it was 8:45 before, we have 8:30. And tomorrow, Thursday, as well Saturday, are days, morning and evenings, when we go deeper, and everyone can use the same link to join and see if it's for you. That for those sessions, we will not have like a class format so much. It will be different, but you might find it useful. If it's a bit too much or different, you can try different times, and because each one is unique, each one is different. But we give more space to certain elements, let's say more music or more mantras. It is different every single time. For Thursday, we meet in the morning at 6:30 a.m. and in the evening 8:30 p.m. As I said, each session is different. And on Saturday, we meet at 7:30 a.m. and in the evening at 5 p.m. And I think Shivangana can show us, you can absolutely check our calendar because we have everything there. It's full transparency about the timing and everything.
Iwana, can I ask
Yes,
something?
absolutely.
The meetup page that we have, is that the one with John, or do we have another meetup for a network?
It is the same. It is ours. It was always ours.
Okay. So it's the
So it
one
is
that...
the same, but
Okay.
not meetup. Did I say meetup? I said wrong if I
Yeah,
said meetup. Okay, thank you. So it's about our website, our blog. So this is where we have the meetup. Will start updating it. We had no time because there were so many changes on the web, on the blog, and many different projects that we are really involved in many different projects. But for those that are looking for meetup, we are about to reach out and share via meetup as well. So we will, I think maybe hopefully this weekend, our team will start taking care of that. Also want to thank to the volunteers, the volunteering team that reached out. Maybe everyone got at least one message about your sincere feedback. And maybe you've seen that we already updated the timing. Some of you wanted to start earlier at 8:30. We want to tell you that we had 8:45 before because some were saying they're coming really late, or others that they want to put their kids to sleep. So they prefer later in the evening. So honestly, we really try our best to fulfill everyone's desires, but we cannot do that fully for every single one of you. So also about timing, some really love to share, and the sharing, even if they don't, they even declare that they might not feel to say something because they are shy, but they really feel inspired by others' experiences. So we will always add this by the end, but we'll try to put the content, most of the content, and definitely meditation within 1 hour and 15 minutes. This is what we'll try. And stay tuned because we want to get to the point where we will show how to clear the chakras, and there'll be more clearing, and we have clearing in stages of the chakras. So it's a lot, it's a long, beautiful journey. Just everyone has to be a little bit patient.
It's long, but it's also beautiful. So I don't mind.
No, long in the sense that we are not about to. We will not stop. We don't think about interrupting the online meditations, even if we go to in person at some point. We'll keep doing that, and it's so much to share. It's so much to share. So
That is
yes.
amazing. That's what makes it so beautiful.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. Thank you. And thank you, Rest. I've seen that some were sharing with us, so it's so great that cool vibrations from the talk. Yes, we have more to share about the talk, from the talks of Srimataji. And some of the articles you will see, we try to post the videos that we are sharing here also in the articles. And actually, I'm very happy Shivangana is helping so much too. We are recording some of these sessions, and we will try to create recordings of the sessions, because I know that some of you wrote to us, and we were so surprised and pleased that you are happy that we share with you the link where we are having the recorded meditations, because when you cannot join us, you like, listening like a pod. So that's really cool. Thank you. Anyone else that would like to share? Even a Sahaja experience, anything that you would like to share?
Hi, here is Anka, Ottawa. I just wanted to say how much joy I have every time when I hear that it is possible to continue the online classes, because it's for us far away. It's such a joy, such a joy. It brings so much to our lives. So thank you. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Ottawa, heart of Canada. Great to hear that feedback. Anyone else? You consider this to be also a family, so it's so nice to share a bit. Niti.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, today it was such a wonderful experience, and thank you Shivangna for explaining most of the Swadhisthana chakra, and Yeah, I really enjoyed because I'm not sitting with her. I'm outside in my garden. So it was wonderful. And first time I came to know that the Swadhisthana Chakra, it starts from the Pingala Nadi starts from the Swadhisthana Chakra. This is first time I have seen clearly in the picture.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
We try to convey that message, but we always joke that there's a special time when we hear what we need to hear when we need to hear.
Yeah, true. So it was such a wonderful experience today. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. And you really prepared, so it was so nice because sometimes one of us is not available, so it's so nice when we fully rely on each other. You know, it's what Apurva was saying, it's just love and everyone feels responsible from the heart. There's nobody's real, shoulders, but sometimes it's wonderful that we can rely on each other, like a family. Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah, so Kruti, answering your feedback, it was a lot of left side these days, indeed. Come on, anyone else? If you're still around, it means that it's nice to share a bit more.
It's me again, Anka. I wanted to share and thank you for clearing the Swadhisthana. And today, and during the meditation, I realized how important is that the creativity to be in connection with the pure knowledge, because otherwise it's just mental. It's not. So that made a difference for me today. So thank you again for so much. Thank you.
No, that's perfect. Just sharing something from Ireland when me and Abby, my daughter Anna Bianca, we made a tour in Ireland and in a bit London, a bit of UK. Yogis meditating, some of us. And about Kana Johari, that photograph, that I just love that photograph. It's beautiful. You'll find on our website soon with Shivangana and Niti meditating Kana Johari. I just want to say that Kana Johari is a sacred land for Native Americans, for indigenous people, very special, and it was selected by Shimataji exclusively based on vibrations, exclusively. So she was just, the story goes, I think that, not the story, I actually heard Shimataji saying it, but I don't know the details, but what I recall is that just was going through a newspaper and she felt tremendous vibrations, and it was just listed very small that it was for sale, and she knew exactly that that's meant to be for yogis, and we find that land truly special vibrationally. So yeah. Anyone else? As I said, any Sahaja experience what went maybe better, what goes better with your meditations or not, or okay, then that's the last call. So we hope to have some of you joining us. By the way, the morning meditation is definitely lasting a bit longer than we are not really stopping after 1 hour and 15 minutes. So by 8, sometimes 8:15, believe it or not, because we watch a longer talk, it's, you know, we are not so much, we are mostly among yogis as well, with those that want to explore more the Sahaj world. So you can join us even a bit later, just keep up with what we are sharing. So just keep an open mind and an open heart. So you can join us at 6:30 and after 6:30, anytime. By 8:15, usually we are completely done, but so you know it. And tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you so much, Ivangana. Thank you. It was
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.